Let's talk this.
Right,
let's do that hockey.
Let's talk.
Hockey. Do that hockey.
All right. So the past month so far, the Bruins have gone what?
Oh, so it's been rough.
Right, past 9 games, they've been 1-8.
And they've dropped it a lot in overtime. A lot of shootout losses.
Yeah. So how do you like that shootout loss to?
You never like a shootout loss. You never like a shootout loss. You don't like it to even get to a shootout, to be honest. You like to see it, but you don't like to actually have it get there.
My biggest thing with this team is
it's consistent.
the lack.
You're 21-7-9 though.
Yeah, but they're hitting their playoff slump, whatever one calls it. So
what I want to say about that is, it's better to hit that slump early than hit it late. That is all I want to say. I God hope.
But you're first in the Atlantic.
Yes, but that can always change in hockey.
First in the Atlantic, third in the league, and it can always change no matter what.
So, I mean, you guys won't take the third in the league, though, or you guys...
Well, no, see, the thing is we're only squeaking out 1 point. A point a game is not going to keep us in the
I'm not going to complain about the point.
I'm not either.
We could be losing, period, and not having shit.
But we got to win those games. Like, if you're coming that close, you got to finish, you got to win the game, you got to put out and get the win. Obviously, they do say the best record in the NHL is never good. Because if you have the best record going into the Stanley Cup, you usually
So you guys don't want the President's Cup?
No. See what happened to the
There's
Lightning?
a bit of a superstition with that.
Did you see what happened to the Lightning last season? Best record
There's always the superstition.
Swept out. I don't want it. I don't like it. It's dangerous. But we have a lot of teams that are starting to surface scores. Arizona just acquired fucking Hall.
Yeah, we'll talk
good
trades
for
in
them.
a minute. We'll talk trade. We'll talk free agency, stuff like that.
Teams are popping up right now. So
what I want to talk is expectations for playoffs.
Oh,
that's all I want to talk
Bruins are
right
second
at the top right now for the East.
I want to talk expectations for playoffs, and that is, I want to say defense-wise, and the possibility of splitting up the top line. What I want to do with the top line is you need to split up Marchand.
I'd like to get Kolchak to increase those change of lines, because that would be fantastic.
We'll get to that.
I feel like the Bruins have always had a problem with switching up their lines and having powerful people where they should be.
Cassidy needs to learn how to switch up a line.
I
mean, Claude Julien didn't know what the hell he was doing either.
Well, no, look what the Canadians
he just lost his job too.
That's fucking Julien for you.
Yeah. But the Bruins, I'm hoping this season, now that we have Carlo and he's had some playoff experience, we have McAvoy's had playoff experience.
Go on the app.
Yeah, what about the app? I can see it from Dave's thing, people talking.
I have Twitch here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're taking Devil Dog into account, but we got to finish our thoughts first. So basically, I think that now that Carlo's had some experience in the playoffs, McAvoy's got some experience in the playoffs. My biggest thing, it'll always be, and my biggest hesitation is Chara every time he's out there. Now that this sport has become officially young legs game, speed. People are
that
blowing
happens almost
by
every
him.
sport when you get those youngins taking over.
The thing is he's got reach, cool, but he's getting beat on the way back every time. People just go right around him. It's like just a big cone on the ice, and they just skate right by him. And I think he just got hurt in this last game too, so he's needed to retire for the past couple seasons. I get it. You want to stay as long as you can, be a Bruin. You can retire a Bruin at any time, Chara. No one's gonna hate for when you decide to retire, but when you're hurting the team, that's not the way to go.
I mean, with him getting
I'll put it easily. Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you got your jaw wired shut last year, but shit.
Quit while you're ahead. That's all I can say. Is putting it nicely.
What do you guys think about these third alternate Bruins jerseys?
I like these jerseys. I'm actually getting one for Christmas. Don't order me one.
Yeah, is it the actual one or the site one? The website.
Site one.
Yeah, well,
it's still the same.
It's still the same. It's a way to save money.
Anyways,
I think they're overpriced jerseys, in my opinion.
I agree.
The Adidas ones.
Everything, Jacobs, fuck you. Everything's overpriced the way that you want to do it.
Those Reebok ones were perfectly priced. They're somewhat affordable.
Did they go up?
The Adidas ones are almost $300 a jersey.
For the actual stitching.
The actual jerseys and everything, $300. There's nothing on their racks that's under $300. You can get a T-shirt for $30, and even that's a stretch.
Let's look at this shit. See what they. They're pricing them out on the website. You guys continue. I'm going to look it up real quick.
All right, we'll talk trades. We'll talk roster talk and
Let's see.
playoffs.
What trades have you heard about, Nick? Because I know that you're not as avid a follower of the Chell as we are, but...
No, I mean, well, you got a few defensemen that are out there that they've been talking about, right?
There's PK Subban.
Yeah.
I mean, PK, though, if you bring in PK...
Dave would like to see him come over.
I would like to see
He knows hockey, though. He's like a Brady. He knows where to be. He knows the game, how to do it. He knows how to get people amped. I felt like him getting traded over there when they made that playoff run throughout that whole year. He was their spark.
Nashville?
Yeah.
Nashville?
He sparked them. Come on.
I would give that's a long stretch, but
Given
I
that
wouldn't
he
say
did
they exactly
attribute to the
spark.
skill...
I felt like he played 10 times harder going there. He hit harder
Well,
when
see,
he
you
was
have
there.
to when you first get over there.
Nah, but he
You have to make
kept
a
up with
mark.
it, though. He kept up.
Well, I'll say one thing. I'll say he definitely attributed and helped him in skill on defense. My opinion is they really didn't lose much when they traded who they traded to get him. Shea Weber for Subban was kind of an even trade, to be honest.
At the start.
At the start.
Yes.
Shea
Long
Weber
term,
went to a
absolutely
shittier
not.
franchise, in my opinion. I think he would have been better off staying in Nashville.
He's still a stud, though.
He
Shea
definitely
Weber's
is a
an
stud.
absolute fucking stud.
Absolutely, but I feel like they traded him to a wasteland, and that was just awful. I would like to see maybe he requests a trade and the Bruins go after him, to be honest with you. I think you could get him cheap enough from the Canadians.
I just got to say, this is ridiculous.
What?
You're telling me it's $240 just
Yeah,
for
when
a
you go to
passenger
the
jersey?
store, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the store, yes.
Sorry, you get going, guys. My bad.
Yeah, the one that's like marked up about 25% because they used to be 180.
If you go after Shea Weber,
yeah.
it's going to be like signing.
Yeah, even a regular
it's going to be
home jersey.
Well, it's going to be the way the Bruins always do it. They acquire them as a rental, and then they decide at the end
everything's
of the season.
a rental, though, nowadays.
Yeah, well, that's how the Bruins have been playing since the beginning of time, though, really.
I agree.
Because of the way they're
Definitely.
capped out. I kind of am happy that Krejci found his feeding this season. It looks like he's found his way back into his stride.
Past couple of seasons, yes, he has.
At one point, I thought they would have just traded him like they traded Boychuk and
everyone
everybody
wanted him
else.
to go. Everyone talks a lot of shit about him, but to be honest with you, he has played injured, and I know that's not a great excuse, but most of the seasons he's had that friggin' hip injury. And he has finally come back. It looks like full health and full stride, and he's been able to make monster assists. His shots have been a lot sharper. He looks like he's hitting a stride, and I wouldn't want to see him go now.
With him playing with DeBrusque, Charlie Coyle.
Yeah,
If you stick Coyle on a wing with them, I agree. His top line has been
absolutely, because Coyle's the grinder. Coyle will get down on the boards and get you the puck out front to Krejci. Krejci will make the pass to DeBrusque, and there's a goal. Coyle's probably my favorite Bruins right now. Just the way he plays. He embodies the Bruins play style. He's down hard. He grinds. He beats up on people down low. He's definitely what Backus was when Backus was younger. So he's sort of like a grinder who will get in there and play hard for the puck. Backus doesn't need to go.
So all right. So back. Well, I'll get to that. So back to.
Wagner was good too. I know you like him.
Yeah, I do like Wagner. I'm not just saying because both of them are a hometown boy.
I know you weren't exactly thrilled for the price for
I'm
Coyle.
not thrilled between the price of Coyle. 6.5 for what? Was that?
He went for 5.25.
6 years.
6
Yeah,
years.
6 years.
5.25.
So 6 years for
5.25.
I wanted to see more along the lines of an exact 5, maybe a 4.75, somewhere in there.
I'm just happy that he re-signed, to be honest with you, because a lot of them have walked from us. Like everyone who we've gotten as a rental seems to turn tail and leave.
Johansson.
I was upset when he left. He was really a good addition, and I was shocked that he walked away.
When we had him for a pairing with Coyle in the playoffs,
yeah,
that was a third line
phenomenal
that nobody could match. That was a third line that would.
That's why I was shocked he left.
So, moving Coyle, the whole offense deal is what I was saying was breaking up the first line is, they got to get under their asses. From the beginning of the year to now, the offense has definitely downgraded. There's not much scoring anymore. Yep, Par Lindholm. He was impressive last night. He scored what? Was that his first goal?
Is that the kid they brought over from the KHL? Or no? They supposedly have some kid from the KHL who's been a dynamite player, and they haven't brought him up yet.
That is Asselin.
Yeah.
Asselin.
I heard he's been dynamite.
Prospect.
But again, they make me nervous.
He's been lighting it up down in the AHL.
So what about
Providence?
So what about this Devils and Bruins trade?
That one's
long,
gone though, because they were talking
that Taylor Hall trade. Taylor Hall
and Palmieri they're looking at. But
yeah, Kyle
they weren't going to get Taylor Hall. We know it. We would have loved to see
Contract-wise, would have killed us.
We would have had to drop several people.
Here's what I can say about maybe possible Subban trade. You got to get rid of Backus. You have to get rid of Kevin Miller and maybe a prospect if they want to do that. You got to figure New Jersey is tanking this year. New Jersey was supposed to be one of the top teams this year.
Got rid of Schneider.
Yeah, getting rid of Schneider was one of their big issues. He at least put defense on. He at least put in between the pipes a good chance of winning, I would say. But you need to get rid of Backus, who is at a I think he's got this last year or next year on the rest of his contract.
Get him rid while you can.
I think it's like 6.5 mil. And then you need to get rid of Kevin Miller. That's another $2 million. You get $8 million opened up for cap space. You can trade for Subban for whatever the fuck his contract is. He's only got 2 years left in his contract. You get Subban back. Trade away Backus. Trade away Kevin Miller. Get Subban back as a rental. See how he does in the playoffs. If you want to renegotiate a contract, he's gonna have to deal with the fact that he's put up 3 years of bullshit play, not worth this contract, and he has to admit, he has to commit to a lower contract that the Bruins are used to handing out. Period.
Yep.
Kovalchuk.
Big one that
Kovalchuk is a big one. You can stick him on the third, second, whatever. He's a wingman that you need to pick up.
Yeah.
He's going to be deep in the playoffs with you guys. He's a strong player who can play in the playoffs.
He's been in the playoffs. He's got the experience.
Again, yes, he's got the experience. He can score. Yeah, I'm damn sure he can play well with a second, third line.
You can pair
perfectly fine. That
fourth
line is great. I'm okay with that. As far as the team goes, offense, middle of the pack, second, third line needs work. That first line needs to light a fire under their ass. That's basically what needs to be done. Defense, if you want, again, ship out the two, and then you got a solid D man. That bottom half of the defense needs to be worked on. You need to figure out at least the bottom pair. You can't be flopping John Moore with, so-and-so or whatever the fuck you want.
I think you put Subban.
You're not having a strong... You can probably put Subban with Krug. You can probably do that. However, Grzelcyk's getting up there pretty good.
Yeah,
Grzelcyk's doing good.
Phenomenal.
Hometown kid. I like him. He's doing phenomenal. He's young. I think he's only, 26?
Yep.
I think
the biggest thing, though,
he's like
that
26.
concern me is if we acquire Kovalchuk, who do you move out of which line to put Kovalchuk in? Because right now you got Coyle,
He'll more than likely be
and Krejci doing really good together. Do you slot him in next to Krejci? Do you move DeBrusque? Do you move Coyle?
Coyle's going to have to stay up. Like I said before, when I first saw the Coyle contract, with him being a 6-year, 5.25 player,
perhaps?
You could probably put him on the third line. You can put him on the third line. You can put, I got to look at the roster one more time, but you can put them on the third line.
Because that's the biggest thing. It'd be a great addition, but you have to figure out who.
That first and second line so far is the most put together, obviously, because of the production. That fourth line is great. They're very gritty. They're putting in a lot of effort. They're grinding out plays where they should be. It's an exact fourth line of what you ask for in a team. Heinen, Wagner, Lindholm. They're all.
It's already decided, in my opinion. Carlo's staying for a while. He's going to be the new Chara.
Carlo,
he's going to be the new Chara. He eats ice time like you wouldn't believe.
He's a very defensive player.
He's out there.
Granted, he's got more goals than fucking McAvoy right now. McAvoy has 0 goals on the year.
Yeah, I mean McAvoy's shots a bit.
I'm not complaining about him. McAvoy's great. I believe he can be probably the next Drew Doughty.
Yeah.
If he ups his offensive performance.
His shot needs to go up.
Yes,
his accuracy is much to leave desired. I've seen his shots. His windup looks killer, but then he fires it like 40 feet across from the other net.
Yes.
He needs to hit the net. He needs to put it on there. Let the guys go to work down the front so that he can actually be effective D-man. He can play defense. That's definitely known. But
his performance last year in the playoffs was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. It was probably the best out of all the 6 D-men that I've saw.
I was still hurt about Tommy Cross, okay?
I liked Cross, don't get me wrong.
I loved Cross. Even just going to the Providence Bruins games and catching those games, I loved watching Cross play. I loved his defense. He was, in my opinion, he would have been a stellar leadership role player, like either an A or a C. Dude could lead a team. He was, I believe, a C down there when he was with Providence.
Yeah, he was the captain for a while.
But I'd like to see him in the end. I don't know if the team that has acquired him has called him up yet, but I really hope that he gets a shot in the end before he leaves the league. Solid player.
I'd say probably your biggest issue right now is goalies. I'd say goalies are an issue right now.
You saying
regardless both of them. I'm not just saying one. I'm saying both. The past 10 games, 9 games, we're 1-8. I'm glad. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty pissed that it's like that, but I'm glad that Skid is kind of behind us. I'd rather it earlier than sooner. But the play is not exactly phenomenal. It's not bad. It's okay. It's just okay. I'm glad they're pushing it into overtime to at least grind out points, though.
Who does back his slot with? On which line is he?
He is a third-line guy.
Get him out of there. He's listed as right wing. Put Kovalchuk in there, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's where you put him.
You're going to have to.
I mean, it'd be a tough decision to put him in with Krejci and DeBrusk. And knock Coyle down to the third.
Yeah, you're going to need Coyle. Like I said, Coyle is, with that contract, he is a second-line guy.
Yeah,
winger,
I mean,
center,
he can
no matter what,
whichever
one you want to put him at. Center, winger, it don't matter. He's a second-line guy, period.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not the goal scorer I'd wished him to be, but he's definitely one of the grinders of that line who can get the puck to Krejci, who can then set it up.
Yes.
As long as Krejci gets the time to set it up, they're
a guy to improve his performance. DeBrusk.
Yeah.
DeBrusk is a little bit out of sorts lately. He isn't exactly the greatest scorer so far.
The question is, do you shake that first line up too?
I'd say shake it up. You need.
Who do you shake where though? Could you put Kovalchuk and Pasta on a line together and throw someone new in the center dot with them instead of Bergie?
Well, you're not going to knock them that far down. Kovalchuk is a third-line guy. You're not going to knock, either one of those first-line guys, period, that far down.
Sometimes it gives them a kick in the ass.
You're going to end up having you could probably switch the lines up for like one night, put maybe, put Bergeron at the first. The second. Put Krejci on the first line, swap them up that way. Keep. I
think when Krejci was playing with them, because Bergie was out, they were doing really well. They had some passes.
They had a bit where it was just Krejci, Pasternak, Bergeron. They were doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
It's just a matter of shaking things too much. That's what I think that Cassidy's worried about. And that's what's keeping him from making those adjustments. He's too scared that if he moves someone, it could screw up all chemistry across the board.
Yep.
Which is very possible, but you won't know until you do it. If we do want to talk about ticket prices, watching these fucking lose.
Fuck ticket prices.
The Bruins games prices are through.
With the way that their chairs and shit are set up? Fuck that.
Those black chairs were a terrible design.
I haven't been there since.
You don't want to go there, Nick.
Dude,
you would not be comfortable.
I've been to a playoff game and 2
and that
regular
is
season
nothing
games.
personal. The seats are just too tight.
My
there's
bad.
no
Dude,
cup
my ass
holders.
couldn't even fit in there.
There's no cup holders anymore either. They took them all away.
All right, let's switch the topics. Let's talk the Celtics.
talk Celtics for a little bit?
Not that any of us really talk Celtics, but they did win 119-93 tonight
Oh,
against
sweet.
Charlotte.
That proves them to what?
Nice.
That improves them to 20-7.
20 and 7. All right.
Second
so
in the
if
Eastern
we want to talk,
Conference.
if we're talking Celtics, then